Hey there! Welcome to Jackie Talks Horror. I'm Jackie, and today I'm doing a spoiler-free review of a film that I've been wanting to see for a while, Dangerous Animals, which released in the US on the 6th of June this year. This is another film where there's a lot of hype around it, so I tried to keep expectations low, and I hadn't seen any trailers leading up to it, so I went in blind, and I'm happy to say I really enjoyed it. Quick heads up, I'll be using images and trailers from the film in this video, and there'll be links to the trailers and articles I use in the description down below. So my favourite part of the film is one of the characters and the actor behind it. So let's have a look at the characters. This film really centres on four main characters. The others tend to pop in and out, and although some are fun, don't really have much to do with the main plot. First is Bruce Tucker, played by Jai Courtney, who you might know as Captain Boomerang from The Suicide Squad. Jai gave an absolutely riveting, Gatons-type performance. It's definitely one of the best I've seen. He really suits the over-the-top roles like this. He even gets to show off some moves in an iconic dance scene. Tucker comes over very happy, friendly and free-spirited at the beginning, but you soon see he has another side to his personality. Next up is Zephyr, played by Hassie Harrington, who you might know as Laramie from the TV series Yellowstone. Zephyr is an American surfer. She's definitely feisty, determined and unwilling to give up. Harrison is really good in a physically demanding role, and I feel well cast. Next up is Moses Markley, played by Josh Houston. Moses is Zephyr's love interest. He's warm, sincere and contrasts sharply with the chaos that follows. While his time with Zephyr is limited in the film before the events take place, his concern adds a quiet urgency that threads throughout the story. Now, while both Harrison and Houston give good performances, I really didn't buy the relationship between Zephyr and Moses. They really didn't have the chemistry. Next up is Heather, played by Ellen Newton. Heather is a nervous but curious student on a gap year. She starts off tentative and unsure, but you get the sense that there's more going on under the surface. Her vulnerability feels real, and she adds emotional weight to some early scenes. Next up, let's look at how the film handles its plot and pacing. The IMDb plot synopsis reads, when Zephyr, a savvy and free-spirited surfer, is abducted by a shark-obsessed serial killer and held captive on his boat, she must figure out how to escape before he carries out the ritualistic feeding to the sharks below. The film clocks in at under 100 minutes, and although it takes no time at all in letting you know what kind of film you're watching, there are sections where they are setting up the dynamics of the characters which feel slower. But once it's done that, there's no let-up in the action or the tension. This film had touches of Wolf Creek and Jaws, but had a sense of humour at times that set it aside from both of those two. So let's have a quick look at the direction, style and execution of the film. Dangerous Animals is directed by Australian director Sean Byrne, who also wrote Devil's Candy and The Loved Ones. Byrne brings a gritty, grounded approach that really pays off. Unlike a lot of modern shark films that rely heavily on CGI, Byrne leaned hard into realism, using 4K footage of real sharks and filming in the actual ocean rather than tanks or green screen setups. It gives the film a raw, unpredictable energy that amps up the tension without needing to overdo it. The soundtrack and score were managed by Michael Yuzerski, who also did the score for The Devil's Candy. And the score was really good and helped with the tonal shifts, accentuating the tension when needed, or being more light-hearted in those moments. In interviews, Byrne said his goal wasn't to make the shark the monster, but to use it as a force of nature, while keeping the real horror rooted in human behaviour. That decision gives the film a much more grounded and unsettling vibe. This film is a serial killer film first, and a shark movie second. The directors also used the same technique that made Jaws so popular, and that is less is more, in that it's more about your imagination, so they show you a shark fin, and it's more about what you think from seeing that than showing sharks in their entirety all the time. In terms of horror and gore, there was a lot of blood and some really gnarly scenes. Maybe not for gore's sake, but more for the drama and pain and tension terror side of the scene. Okay, so here's my ratings. For cinematography and soundtrack, this film gets 4.5 out of 5. Lots of really beautiful shots of the Australian coast, and the real footage of the sharks in the sea adds to the film's striking atmosphere. Stylistically, the film avoids flashy camera tricks or over-editing. Instead, it leads into natural lighting, immersive sound design, and close, tense framing. All of that helps keep the focus on character and suspense, not spectacle. For visual effects and gore, this film gets 4.5 out of 5. This film is brutal, with a fair bit of blood and some moments that will make you really squirm or want to look away for a minute. But overall, it is pretty low on the outright gore side, surprisingly. The effects lean heavily into practical work, with very little obvious CGI, which helps everything seem gritty and grounded. For characters, this film gets 4 out of 5. The acting by the main leads was really good, especially from Jai Courtney, but the lack of chemistry between Zephyr and Moses dragged the score down for me. Their connection never really quite lands, which slightly weakens the emotional core that the film tries to build between them. For enjoyment and rewatch value, this film gets 4 out of 5. I think this film is rewatchable. Well, I could watch Jai Courtney all day in it. He looks like he's having so much fun in this role. There are definitely clever setups that do pay off. However, I'm not sure this is the kind of film where you discover more on rewatch. And for a personal score, this is a 4 out of 5 star film. I love Jai Courtney in this. To me, he is standout. The film definitely lives up to its hype, and I couldn't get the Baby Shark song out of my head for days. My main issue with the film, though, is that you have to suspend disbelief a couple of times throughout the movie, but it didn't take away from the ride. Well, for me anyway. So that's it for this review. Dangerous Animals is a must for anyone who loves horror, shark movies, thrillers, or just a good time at the movies. Have you seen Dangerous Animals? What did you think of it? Thanks so much for watching, and do leave your thoughts down below in the comments. But remember to be respectful, and remember, this is only my opinion of the film. It would be a boring old world if we all like the same things. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to click like and subscribe, and click that bell so you don't miss what's coming next on this channel. This is Jackie signing off. Take care, and see you next time.